everyone, my name is Nathan Vader and today we're looking at this, the Pentaceratops, the newest dinosaur from Jurassic World's Dino Escape line. But not only that, it's the Mega Destroyers line. Yeah, this thing is absolutely massive and I do like a big dinosaur. This thing's great. So what we're going to do is look around the box quick and then we'll get this thing popped out of the box and then get a closer look by grabbing my mitts all over it, checking out its articulation, because already I can see there is some great movements there. So what we've got on the box is the Dino Escape logo, the Pentaceratops there and Mega Destroyers, and you've got a couple of images there of its action features. You've got the capture gear there, and on the back of the box it's much of the muchness that you saw on the frontness. You've got the head movement there, it's breaking out the capture gear, and the other dinos available on this line. A nice Mattel logo there, empowering the next generation through play. Anything on the bottom? Oh, there is something on the bottom here. So it just gives you a description of how to assemble the capture gear onto the Pentaceratops. And there is a barcode if you should wish to want that thing. So, well, that's about that. So what we'll do is get this thing popped out of the box and get my mitts on it. Okay, we've got the Pentaceratops cracked out of the packaging, and what you're left with is one Pentaceratops and the capture gear. But we'll get into capture gear in a bit. First we'll look at the dinosaur itself. So we'll just put it to the side. And straight away I am very happy with this dinosaur. What a great sculpt. One thing to note is that this entire head sculpt is made out of a rubber, like a flexible plasticky rubber, which is interesting. I guess because of safety it's been made out of that, but for one thing it is quite heavy. I guess you can obviously feel there is a weight difference here compared to the rest of the body. I probably would have preferred the default head position to be up here rather than it looking like it's in the grazing position, but you could always wedge it, I suppose, if you really wanted to. But you could get this thing into some really nice poses. This articulation on this, I suppose, midpoint of the torso is fantastic. I do love that. I mean, it only does move the one way. I think that is part of this feature here. So let's get into it. First, let's look at the sculpt. I'm getting carried away because I'm excited for a big herbivore. So let's have a look at the head sculpt first. And straight away, that is really nice. I love all the ridges and bumps going along the headline, going up to the crest there. And the eye is really nice. There's some nice detail on the horns. All these horns as well are rubber. Even the beak there is all rubber. It's a little bit harder at the front end here. There might be some kind of plastic insert there which makes all this head sculpt quite strong and stiff, but with a rubber texture, which I'm not against. It's very much, again, like the old Triceratops, that real feel skin. And you've got a nice sort of bone finish, paint finish on the horns and on the beak. There is a nice bit of detail on this plating. You can see all of that there. That's really nice. They've put a lot of effort into that. Is it the same on the back? It is. They have done a lot more of that on the back as well. If I zoom in, you can see what I'm talking about. Check that out. That's nice. Let's talk about the range of movement as well on the head here. You've got like a ball joint pivot on the neck, so you can actually rotate the head 360 degrees, which is quite good. And you can also rotate left and right. If I can show you that there, you can just about see that there. So that's pretty good. The only thing I really wish is that you could have still that default position of the head being slightly more forward, because it always seems to be looking down too much. I wish it was more about there. If it was about, yeah, about there, I'd probably be okay with it. But it is what it is. You could probably wedge it in position if you were going to take photos or something, especially with this pivot head movement here. You can get some really nice poses, and with this torso pivot here, you can get it to angle its torso a little bit there, so it's kind of turning. Oh yeah, she looks quite cute. The tail also has a ball joint system where it's got a pivot, so you can rotate this thing pretty much 360 degrees, a bit like the extreme chomping T-Rex. Up and down as well, has a range of movement. It is slightly limited by the mould, but other than that, it's pretty good. The legs do rotate 360 on the rears, and I believe you'll get a certain amount of movement at the front because of the mould again, but you wouldn't need to take it too far. That's pretty much the extent of the range of movement on the front legs. There is the code as well if you do so need it. Pause for the picture. And then looking on the back of its spine, I guess here you've got a dark brown sort of tiger striping going along, but only for a certain portion, and then it's completely gone from there. There is nothing else. It's just one flat sort of I'd say like a toffee brown colour. There is a lighter sand colour going from it's under its chin to the just sort of base end of the torso where the tail starts. There is a lot of detail on the legs, some nice muscle definition there on the back of the calf, and also on the front there. There is no paint details on the toes, but that's not a problem for me. I can put some paint on there. There is a nice blending of that sand into the belly colour as well, which is quite nice. And then on the tail, same again, there's a bit of detail there. You can see a lot of ridging there for the flex in the tail. But that's about it for the paint apps. So let's get into the action features. So if you were to press here, you've got this thrusting motion of the pentaceratops head, which you can definitely feel there is some weight in that head. So you could use it for like tossing other dinosaur figures in battles. And this other one, if I put that back down here, this one just shakes the torso from one side to the other, which is it feels a little bit tame compared to the Alright, capture gear has been attached, I guess, or put on. It does look pretty cool, actually. It could definitely benefit with a repaint, but you can see its little eye poking out the hole, poor thing. The capture gear restrains around the neck area and then to the front around the horns, which, yeah, it looks pretty cool. So let's see if this action feature slings off this capture gear. I mean, yeah, it did a pretty good job. Not too bad. I'll probably want to give that a couple of goes. Alright, I'm going to go for round 2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Always seems to cock back leg when it's doing that as well. It's getting overexcited. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, size-wise, I mentioned this thing is quite big, but how big? It is measuring from tippy of horn to tippy of tail, just about 13 inches with the head where it is there. And height-wise, if we're going to the top of the spikes of its head, I'd say that is what, 7 3/4 inches, or 17 centimeters, which is quite big. So we'll do like a size comparison, I guess, which would be quite good. What we have here, oh goodness, it does look small actually now I'll put it next to each other. This is the Jurassic World Triceratops, and yeah, it is tiny. It's almost like a juvenile. yeah, we do need a bigger Triceratops, I think. This thing is absolutely massive in comparison. I always thought that was kind of big, but now, yeah. What else have we got? We've got the Sinoceratops. I haven't got an unpainted one, unfortunately. This is my repaint. Yeah, it's again a little bit bigger, but I would have said it was more looking like a juvenile Sino than a full adult version. But, they don't look bad next to each other, gotta say. Pretty good though. And just for giggles, here's the baby Brachiosaurus from Camp Cretaceous. Yeah, he's a little baby Brachiosaur. It's cute and it kind of works for it anyway. I wonder if I can flip it though. Yes. So yeah, that is my review of the Pentaceratops. Would I get this? Yes. Will I repaint this? Yes. I think it deserves a decent paint job. I always like the dinosaurs that are released for Jurassic World to have a really good sculpt. They deserve to have a better paint job just to bring out all these details a little bit more. So I'm going to have a bit of a day looking at some research on what a decent Pentaceratops paint job should look like, and I'll probably make up my own and see what I come up with. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. My name is Nate Vader. I almost forgot who I was. I post on Instagram and Twitter almost daily, and of course it is always Jurassic related. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Yes? Yes! Good, Pentaceratops, good!